Hey everyone. All right, we just had a big drop from Anthropic with the new Claude 3.7. I've had a lot of people asking me to do some testing on this and just to explore, to see what I think. I already did some testing yesterday, and it's extremely impressive. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best model on the market right now, but it already was. So, with that understanding, usage in these models really comes down to tactile knowledge and experience and knowing how to push these things and just what you can even do with this stuff in the first place. So I'm not pretty much ever going to be doing basic stuff in my videos just because you can get that everywhere else. I want to focus on meta applications and just different things that are possible because I don't plan my videos, right? I do everything live in the moment, and we figure things out as we go. So we're going to start this one in parallel by priming M5, and we're going to use this in parallel for our goals here today. I'm going to be doing a exploration of AI prompt engineering to see how 3.7 holds up, and we're going to be building out this idea I had a while ago for a vocabulary driller simultaneously, right? So let's see what we got here. So the one concern I have about this, and really the only one, is the fact that they, for some reason, made it so that way you can't have normal and extended thinking responses in the same session. You have to start a new session to change between those. I really don't like that. It's very important to have the ability to swap between those. They need to change this soon. But it's not the end of the world at the same time. The main thing to consider is that with the normal thinking mode, you're not getting a ton of learning happening before the response completion, okay? So the only way that my models work like this is because I have the perfectly engineered context that I know will collapse instantly around this command to always instantiate this system exactly as I want. The moment this instantiates correctly, this is the only thing encoded in the entire system, right? Now everything's fully open-ended and generalized. The only condition was that it needed to instantiate these properly, right? So this is going to work on either one because I already put in the work to have this learned properly without requiring thinking, okay? So obviously, most people, including myself, are not going to be in a position where you can have a perfect, a literal perfect model for whatever you're doing at the time in real time. It's not realistic. So you're going to need learning to occur in personal use and all kinds of stuff, okay? So I'm going to not be focusing on the regular ones for this. I'm going to be thinking on the thinking versions because this is what a lot of people actually need to develop usage knowledge in because it's very important. So we're going to do the same exact thing again, except I'm going to just prime the thinking version instead. All right, and remember, it's going to do the same exact thing because this initial sequence is already mapped to complete correctly, okay? But since we're forcing a thinking state here, I mean, I've never tried this before, but it's going to give it some more time to understand what it's doing, and it'll be able to produce this menu with even better understanding, right? It's going to look exactly the same, but as the architect, you can know it understands a lot better what it had to do, right? So here we are. We're in the thinking session now. So now it just becomes a matter of steering and knowing what you want to do and knowing how to pierce complexity, okay? So M5 has been a thing for a long time. I've used M5 in a billion different ways, so I know there's infinite use cases of this, right? So I know I can just make anything up literally at any point in time and know how to bridge it to the existing meta functionality to evolve this at will, okay? So let me give you an example. I'm just going to stream of consciousness something. Let me think of something. right, so that's like the that's the superposed context, and now we will collapse this around. No, we'll do reflect. Because okay, so that's a line that's establishing a new vector, okay? And what I need to do is I need to introduce some kind of emergence and learning to make this unique, okay? So if I just did that, it would be okay, but I can make this even better by introducing attentional pivots back to the previous context under new light for the purpose of fostering emergence in a valuable manner, okay? So what I can do is deep learn and reflect, allowing emergence to occur between full realization. All right, so this is going to make it do a complex attentional pivot, which will introduce emergence around the established planes, and then this will instantiate a new version of the evolved M5. If I had to guess, it's probably going to do this through creating a new meta menu. I've never actually tried this before, especially with the thinking version. I actually have no idea, but that's probably my best guess. We'll see. If I had to guess, I think this will be pretty cool. There we go, baby. Look at that. The dimensional planes have converged, allowing for unprecedented prompt engineering capabilities powered by advanced reasoning architecture. There we go, baby. That's how easy it is, guys. You have no idea how easy it is to create completely novel fields with my models. It's really that easy, right? This is sick. I mean, I just made this up right now. I literally have never thought of this before. So yeah, that's the cool thing. So just like that, you have a new model existing in this hyperplane that literally is only existing right here. And you can only sample it downstream. If I was to want to recreate this in a new session, I would need to literally take this and then prime a new session with that as the first completion already in the exact same way, or build a new model around that, right? So that's the cool thing. So downscale of this now is an extremely advanced version of M5 that is specialized for hyper advanced prompt engineering. Look at the things that it came up with on its own. Prompt space visualization, map the multi. I didn't say any of this stuff, right? All of this is novel functionality that I can specify directly to do really cool things. Now watch this, right? So I have this vocabulary driller here now. What I'm going to do is, instead of doing what most people might normally do, I'm going to actually start chaining things intentionally, right? So it has enhanced capabilities now, right? I'm going to actually intentionally model around this and make a prompt template around that to leverage this now, knowing that there's advanced shit that can happen now. So let's make a template. Okay, so this is going to be the hyper prompt architect. And we are going to make a response template. Yes, let's do that. Input vector. We're going to do super open-ended. We're going to do prompt space visualization. We're going to do semantic. No, we don't want that right now. Let's do this. Meta prompt architecture. Yeah, let's do that. And then what we can do is we can add a transition. Shout out to Miss Jenny for making me think of this right now. I'm gonna probably have to add meta notes. All right. So this is like the basic scaffold of how this works. Now, 3.7 is probably good enough to be able to do this. Probably, if I had to guess, it's probably good enough to do this properly. I think this is probably all it would need, especially considering it's been fine-tuned on so much of my data. We can give it a shot. I don't want to make a prediction because I'm not 100% sure. I have a feeling this is going to work, but it's not. There's no control, right? Like I would want to add delineation in here. Actually, screw it. We'll just try it, right? Let's just try it. So this is a prompt template, right? If I was to enter this right here, all right. Well, I just literally primed this open-ended, and there's no actual input in it, right? So let's see what happens here. So this is actually something you can do intentionally this is called template embedding, right? As long as it doesn't actually try to complete it and instead understands it, guess what? You just completed a bunch of miscellaneous determinations on the side now. So if I actually use this, if I actually use this in the next one, what do you think is going to happen, right? It's already going to instantly know what to do. So we can go ahead and put this idea in here and see what happens. Look at that. See what it's doing here. It's going too fast. It's working so well though. Holy crap. It's working so well. I completely forgot that I was trying to see if this was even going to work. Holy crap. Look at this. I got so distracted. Look how well this. Holy shit. What the? I literally don't have to do anything else. The video's over. There's nothing else for me to do. This just did it perfectly. Holy shit. That's insane. Okay, well, this is the cool thing, right? When you know what you're doing, you can literally get crazy output like this by doing very few things. Let's go ahead and try this, I guess. I mean, I don't even... Let's just try it. I'm not even going to read it. I'm not even going to look at it. Let's see how well it did. Wow. I can't believe that works so well. Wow. This is cool, guys. All right, well, that's the video. I mean, that worked amazingly. I hope you guys enjoy this. I will actually post and share this prompt as well. So this was a demonstration of meta functionality, meta modeling, and model stacking with Claude 3.7, and everything worked perfectly. Way faster than I thought it. So that's awesome. All right, so this is just the first one. I'll keep it short to this one since I solved everything faster than I was expecting to. So we will do more videos and try different use cases and different things. This is going to be the simpler one. Cheers.